Jarrett Tenebe, wey be the acting chairmo of the All Progressive Congress for Edo State before, don hold one talk session with Tori pipo after the former APC chairmo, Dr. David Imuse, hand over to am as the new Edo State APC chairmo on Wednesday 31st January 2024 for APC Secretariat. Jarrett Tenebe come yarn Tori pipo say dis meeting na to let pipo know how im go fit work to remove the bad PDP government from seat for the upcoming governorship election wey go shele after the primaries to make Edo better. During the talk session, Jarrett contact Tori pipo wey tanda for the briefing and say some days ago Imuse, wey be the party former chairmo, resign sake of say im don be aspirant for the party, and say according to the constitution dem no dey allow vacuum of seat, so im come become the acting chairmo. E come tok say im need the cooperation of Tori pipo as im start im journey as the new APC chairmo, and also beg dem for their support sake of say if dem support, APC go reach Osadebe Avenue.
A week ago, our former chairman, who is now a candidate, an aspirant of the party, resigned. And according to the constitution of our party, that does not allow vacuum, I, Jarrett Tenebe, who was the deputy state chairman, now started as acting chairman of the party in the state. 3 days ago, I came into Edo State with a resounding welcome at the airport and the first time of me coming into the office. You know, the press are our friends. We want your cooperation as I start this journey, and I note with you, our party, that I'm soliciting for you guys to support will get to Osadebe Avenue. It is time for politics, so I want to ask all of you to join hands with us, cooperate with us, while we undergo this journey together so that we can get to our desired destination. Former chairman, Colonel Imuse, ran the party very well while he was there for more than 4 years now. He has eased off to concentrate in his campaign to becoming the candidate of the party. And if you heard me very well just now, I said clearly that if it was the state working committee alone that would determine who will fly our flag, the manner and way he worked with us, he would have been uhuru for him. But in this case, it's not so. We are going into direct primaries. All card-carrying members of the party and all the aspirants are already reaching out to all the voters to get elected on that day so that they can fly the flag. So it's going to be a free and fair process. And we know that by the time we come out of that, we'll be able to get a credible and acceptable candidate for the party.
Jarrett Constitalk said the date for the primaries na 17th February 2024 and say APC na party wey believe in the rule of law and the people. And na sake of that, dem get big victory when dem do general elections some months ago where Presido Ahmed Tinubu for win and now the Presido of the Federal Republic of Niger. Jarrett for one of his statements talk say, and I quote am, I, Emperor Jarrett Tenebe, having reported to duty, is now the chairman of the APC in the state, and I am sending a very clear message to Governor Obaseki that it will no longer be business as usual. Me, as a person and the party, we don't want problems, but if you bring problems for us, there is no problem. Jarrett said them dey desperate sake of say the state don dey decay, and them go need to remove Obaseki and a resemblance from Osadebe Avenue.
Our primaries will be on the 17th of February. And the activities going into the primaries have long started. And I'm sure most of you are aware that a lot has been going on. The APC is a big family, it's a party that believes in the rule of law. It's a party that believes in the people. And that's the reason why we had a resounding victory when we had the general election months ago, when our president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, emerged as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and was duly sworn in as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That will tell you how accepted our party is. And we all are aware the events that took place during that election in this state, more especially the House of Assembly election and the local government election thereafter. We know how the government in the state, we knew what they did in the House of Assembly election. This morning, just this morning, we were at the INEC headquarters in Benin to receive the certificate of return of one of our honorable members that won and was rigged out of that election. I want to send a clear message to Godwin Obaseki that it's not going to be business as usual. Now, Jarrett Tenebe, having reported to duty, is now the chairman of the party in the state, of APC in the state. I am sending a clear message to him that me as a person and the party, we don't want problems. But if you bring problem for us, there is no problem. Most of you are from this state, and we know the decay that we are experiencing in this state. And we believe that APC will come up with a candidate that will win the election and turn the fortune of the state to what each and every person in this state desire. And in that election that is coming, as I've said, it will not be business as usual. And I know what I mean by that. We know how to do it, and we'll do everything possible to ensure that that election will be free and fair, and we will come out victorious in that election.
Jarrett constitute for meeting for Abuja on how them take reduce the 29 aspirants of APC to 6 and how 2 out of the 6 not make them for screening, sake of say they not meet up with the criteria wey be win your unit, ward and local government, and can say the process still dey on. A constitute for Clem Agba matter wey not make up for the screening, sake of say he not follow the rule, sake of lack of discipline.
We had 29 aspirants, which we felt was too large, because we are not the ruling party in the state. And the leadership of the party met, and the National Working Committee called a meeting of the leaders, the aspirants, and the State Working Committee to a meeting in Abuja, where they also expressed their concern about the number of aspirants we have in the party. And we were advised to try as much as possible to prune it down to very few, if not one. So the arrangement was that a consensus has to be built around either one person or just few people that will eventually go into the field for the primaries. In that wisdom, the leadership of the party met and set up a committee that was headed by Professor Julius Ihonvere, the leader of the House of Representatives. And that committee did a very good job and came up with 6 aspirants for the party. And don't forget that this is just persuasive, not cast in stone, because when we came out with those 6, the arrangement was that these are the 6 that have been screened and passed. And that presentation was made to the aspirants in a meeting. And there were complaints on the 6, because the major criteria that was used was the last election, winning your units, your local government and your ward. Because you know, for consensus to be built around a particular person, you must have won all your elections. Because what we want now is not where you come from, it's not the person, but somebody who will be able to win the election for us. We are very desperate because the state is in decay. Godwin Obaseki has to be voted, and his semblance have to be voted out of the Osadebe Avenue. So there were complaints when the report was being presented to the aspirants that some people also did not win their various units, but they found themselves on the list. So the leadership of the party did another thorough check to find out if those facts were true. So in the process of doing that, there was still further pruning down to about 4. And like yesterday, I said I was going to make mention of the 4 that we have. But we still have, the process is still on to ascertain the concerns raised by the aspirants themselves on the 6 aspirants. As of today, we have 4 that has been cleared. But there are still some that we are still looking at, trying to get results to show. But the 4 right now, one is Ernest Afolabi Umahihe. Second is Colonel David Imuse. Third is Senator Monde Okpewolo. And the 4th is Honorable Dennis Idahosa. Clem Agba, who earlier made the 6th, was screened out of that process as a result of indiscipline, because we cannot entertain indiscipline in the party. We will not want an indisciplined governor that will not listen to the party, because it is as a result of that that we find ourselves where we are. We had a governor in Obaseki, and at the end of the day, he defected from the party. He messed up the party, defected from the party to PDP with the mandate that we gave to him from the party. When we wanted to begin the process of screening, the party made it clear that none of the aspirants should purchase form until the screening is over. That even if you are not screened, nobody is stopping you from buying form. But don't purchase form until that screening commences. Honorable Minister Clem Agba went to purchase form, and the party frowned at it and see this as indiscipline. We cannot be tolerated of a governorship candidate anymore because of what Obaseki did in the past. So that removed that one from it. There was also the issue of winning units. So the 6th person that is supposed to come from Edo South, we have written to INEC to actually get the reports of his units. And that's why I said we are still working on it. But as at now, the names I just called to you are the people that the leadership have cleared for the primaries. Like I said, it's persuasive. Nobody is stopping anybody from going to pick the form. This was not a screening. And the people that did not make this list were not disqualified. We want to set that record straight. And I also want to make it clear to everybody that the committee that was set up, our leader, Comrade Adams Oshomole, had no interaction with anybody. So the rumor and news that 10 people were screened and there were calls that some people should be screened out of it were all lies. That committee was set up. We were in Abuja. Myself and the secretary were followed up to the stage that they came out with their report. So there was no witch hunting. The yardstick that was used to select these people in question were the people who actually won their unit, because we only build consensus around somebody who is electable. And you cannot be electable if you cannot win election in your unit, in your ward, in your local government, in your constituency.
Make una not forget, say, as we see am, na so we dey talk am. We no dey take blame. From Benin City, Ekata Ojesele, TMC TV News.